Hello everyone, welcome to my Facebook page, Smallville Metropolis. Now I want to thank every single one of you for your likes. I didn't expect the page to be this successful and this popular. Now, because I'm an honest guy, I want to tell you what the page is and what the function of the page is. Now, a lot of people think that there's a new Smallville TV show coming and the show's going to continue. No, I'm afraid it's not. I'm obviously always fighting for that. I'm a passionate Superman and DC Comics and Smallville fan, and I would absolutely be jumping up and down by now if Smallville was returning. Now, Smallville Metropolis, I started the page because Smallville Metropolis is my unofficial, get that right, my unofficial Smallville reboot. Smallville was coming back and we were starting from scratch, forgetting the old series, which was wonderful, of course, but if we had to start from scratch, Smallville Metropolis is my unofficial reboot. So I want to talk, I've done a video like this before, but I just want to remind you all what my concept is for Smallville Metropolis. This is what the show will be called, Smallville Metropolis. Right, we would obviously start in Smallville, and at the beginning there would be a UFO would suddenly crash. A UFO that's shaped like a skull crashes on Earth. Hundreds and thousands of Kryptonians come out. One of the people that comes out is not just the Kryptonians, is actually a teenage Lex Luthor. What is a teenage Lex Luthor doing on a skull ship that's come from Krypton? All will be revealed as I post on the page and all of that. I've done a lot of Smallville Metropolis spoilers of the week, spoilers of the day, where we set it in Smallville and then we flash forward to Metropolis. That is the main concept of the show. That because we had this debate when Smallville was active, is it a show? Is it a standalone show? Is it just about Clark when he's a young boy? Or is this a Superman show? Well, there's no debate with Smallville Metropolis. It will be a Superman show. We have young Clark in Smallville. Then we do flash forwards to Metropolis. And I think that's really important for everyone to know. This is what I would do with it. So yes, we have the skull ship crash. All the Kryptonians run out and hide in the mountain area of Smallville, and that's where the Kryptonians base themselves. What happens is there becomes a war between Kryptonians and humans in Smallville. Now, the next event to happen after the skull ship crashes, these mysterious walls rise up from nowhere, blocking all the exits and entrances of Smallville. If you touch the walls, you will disintegrate, apart from Clark. Clark and this mysterious boy who's found stark naked, unconscious, then Clark and this boy are the only ones who can actually touch these walls. The walls turn out to be actually a portal to the different Earth 1, Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4, everything basically. This is a scope where this could take the story to another level. Now, as we flash forward to Metropolis, we will see a developing doomsday apocalypse, a war between doomsday creatures and human beings. What happens is, if you picture The Walking Dead where people die and become zombies, well, when they die, instead of becoming zombies, there's some kind of doomsday DNA that gets activated in human beings and they become doomsday creatures after they die. Now, with Lex, we're going to be focusing on his mum this time more than Lionel. Lionel will be there, Lionel Luthor, but this time it's more about Lex's relationship with his mother, Lillian Luthor, who isn't dead, and I've really enjoyed writing her actually, so there'll be a lot more. I've done character profiles before. If you scroll down, you'll see a lot of stuff I've done on these characters, but I'm going to do it again because new people are liking it all the time. And if this video is popular, I will do more. If you're not watching the video, then I won't bother. There's no point just talking to myself. So we have the skull crash. We have the war between the Kryptonians and the human beings. The mysterious walls blocking everyone. The flash forwards to Metropolis. Yes, and we will see Superman and the older characters that are not young anymore in Metropolis as well. So we're going to be having the best of both worlds. We're going to, in Smallville Metropolis, which, as I said, is my unofficial Smallville reboot. This is how I would reboot the show if I was in charge. If Warner Brothers said, hey, we want you to do a Smallville reboot, which would be absolutely my honour. This is how I would do it. Now, Chloe Sullivan would be in Smallville Metropolis, but her and Sam Lane, let's start again. Sam Lane and Lois Lane will be on the run. They've run away to Smallville because they're on a witness protection program, and they have changed their names to Chloe and Gabriel Sullivan. So that's how we do the old spin on Chloe's Lois thing. So all the fans used to say, Chloe's so much like Lois, what's the point of Chloe, what's the point of Lois? Well, this time we're actually making Chloe and Lois be the same person. So Chloe's got secrets, and Lois, whatever you want to call her, got secrets from Clark, which kind of makes the dynamic really interesting. So that's an aspect we do there. Now, I spoke earlier about Lex being on the Skull ship that comes from Krypton. Also on that ship will be Jor-El and Lara. And they will be on the other side of Smallville where all the Kryptonians have set up camp. So this war between the Kryptonians and the human beings on Smallville, why have these wars come up? What's going on? And we will see lots of Earth 2, Earth 3, Earth 4, and so on. I'll be developing loads of stuff on that. But if this became an active TV show, the whole concept would be them being trapped in Smallville while we have the flash forwards every episode. So we focus on a character each episode to do the flash forward on. A bit like they did with Lost and the flashbacks. I found that kind of so revealing on Lost, and I kind of want to do the same thing with Smallville Metropolis. So that's why I'm doing that. So all your favourite characters from Smallville will be redone. Of course, we'll have Oliver Queen if we can. Of course, a bit difficult. I might have to steer away from Oliver Queen unless we get permission in the end if the show was made. I believe in Smallville Metropolis. I think it's a great idea, even if I did come up with it myself. I'm a big geek. I'm a big Superman fan. Obviously, my favourite character, my favourite superhero. And remember, this page, you are more than welcome to like it and comment and like stuff and get involved. But this is about my idea, the unofficial reboot, my idea for an unofficial reboot, which is Smallville Metropolis, which is how I would do a Smallville show going forward. It will be both centred in Smallville and a future Metropolis with loads of different concepts going on, and that's what I do. So I would say now and again we will talk about the old show. Of course we will, and we'll have some fun there. I will start rewatching Smallville from the beginning, more for research purposes for Smallville Metropolis, but I will be talking about the episodes and getting some excitement going about Smallville and how it was and why it really is the blue touch paper that made Arrow happen and made the Flash happen. So there'll be a lot of stuff like that, but mainly this is for people. You know, we're all Smallville fans. But, you know, if you're interested about my idea, I would say this is really the page for you. I just thought I'd clarify why this page was set up. I never, as I said at the start of the video, never expected it to be successful. I had an idea about a Smallville reboot. I thought I'd do a page on it and do spoilers and things like that. I didn't expect to get so many likes, and I just want to thank you all. And if you're passionate as I am about this Smallville Metropolis idea, tell your geek friends to press like, get involved, go over to Twitter, tag Warner Brothers, tag DC Comics, tell them about the idea I have, and tell them about all the spoilers I'm doing. Maybe we can get something to happen here. We can get Smallville back, maybe just as a reboot, but that's better than nothing. And who knows, an opportunity to have cameos for Tom Welling, Alison Mack, Justin Hartley, the wonderful John Schneider. And before I go, I want to talk about Martha and Jonathan in my unofficial Smallville reboot. Jonathan will be a single dad. He discovers a young Clark on the Skull ship after it crashes. The Kryptonians kind of run off and leave this baby in there. And that's how Jonathan gets to bring up Clark. Now, Jonathan and Martha actually split up years before because she had a nervous breakdown. She actually has mental problems, which would be dealt with in the scripts and within the show if it ever happened. And somehow, Arkham Asylum appears somehow mysteriously, underneath Smallville, and Martha is the only inmate. How did that happen, eh? So, if you're excited, if you think I'm coming up with some good ideas, press like, tell as many people as possible, because I really do believe in this. You never know, Smallville Metropolis one day could actually be a real show. Wouldn't that be something? Have a lovely day. Thanks for the likes.